Hey, survivors. Uh, it's now day 76 night. I've been doing a lot of boring work, um, destroying some walls and upgrading concrete, stuff like that, doing the farm. Um, I did some mining as well, and I extended the mine here. I mean, this got pretty large, and I brought some lights so I could see better. And the other thing is the fruit salad, which is the best food for mining. Now, one problem here is that um, there is a lot of stuff that is very high. You see a lot of blocks there in the ceiling. Uh, Probably the elevation at the surface is higher, and that's bringing the ore up. But it might just be that the ore at this place is closest to the surface as well, which is inconvenient. Let's look here. 40 stone, 125 iron. Now I'm one with nature. 58 stone, 180 iron. That's one with nature. That's a fruit salad. It's just awesome. Some more iron right above my head. I like to keep the fossils. I really should do the drunken disorder. It's so easy to do. And I mean, some cash, some experience. Not a lot of either, but and after with nature, it goes down to all natural, which is less, but it's still a lot. Oh, some iron breaking there. I hate when that happens. Or whatever. circle here. I have no dirt on me, so there should be some space to surface. Oh, fruit salad is gone. I really shouldn't be using this to dig gravel. Yeah, my usual tactics, and this is, I'm doing something different than I normally do here, is to clear the gravel at the level. Ah, damn it! With a shovel. Sometimes it's difficult to tell what's gravel. Again, shit, but at least I got some iron out of it. That's why I like to start at the top. I hear them, I heard them. As long as it's not a roaming horde. Last time I mined there was a roaming horde, doesn't mind. As long as there's nothing else up, then I can go down. And then it becomes easier. No blocks lost to collapse. really don't want to go higher. It sounds mostly whites up there. That's not a concern. But I started the game just a short while ago, so a roaming horde is quite possible. Horde spawn off edge of valley space aborting spawn. Huh. Um, so that's scout spawning. Scout spawning. That's screamer. And this is whenever I load, it has that error. It's some rendering issue. All right. Just wanted to give you guys a little peek into this. I like going here northwest because I'm now approaching the desert. And when I get under the mountains, I'm gonna be very deep relative to the surface. So that's gonna be very good. Oh, this car has respawned, it seems. On the desert, I can find oil shale. And if I can find, I mean, there is that POI. I do have to go there and just with the auger and just get a lot of oil shale there. When I do get to oil shale, then I can do a lot of stuff with asphalt, which I usually like just for the looks. But in Ravenhearst is particularly useful because of how much faster you can run on asphalt. And then there is like this intersection here between the gravel road and the asphalt road. I have repaired this. I mean, there is this weird color here. There is neither gravel nor asphalt, but I have repaired this to be the same level instead of having that dip. Well, not dip, really hole into the ground. That section I was filling with earth next to the base. I have done that as well. Need a holder. So that part is ready. So you see, my base is higher than the road that goes in front of my base. Of course, the farm. I'm not 100% sure yet how I want to deal with that. Some stone there. That's stroking out the column, that's fine. If the gravel is going underneath the rock, like here for example, move the rock back to uncover all the gravel. Alright guys, I'll be back. I'll be back later in the morning. The screamer coming. Let me repair this thing here. There. I pushed an update to my mod, version 17.01. No, 17.09. So 109 had a fix for that. I actually recorded that, talking about that. But the recording came the audio was shitty. That's stupid G-force. Stupid G-force. G-force experience, which I used to record. Oh, another one. Strike. Now there is some other extra powerful zombies there. Okay, looks that's it. There you go, Screamer. So yeah. Outside, not so much work. What I decided, 3-dip is not going to work. The reason for it to be 3-dip is that when they are here, if they destroy the block in front of them, they cannot get up on that block to go up. Because if they create a ladder, well, not exactly a ladder, but they create any ladder to go there, a path to go there, then it breaks the whole thing. Um, Probably the best I can do is to replace it with concrete so that it takes such a long time to actually break it that they won't do in a fortnight, and then I can repair it. Now I did some work here. So this is the wall where the stations were, and I broke that. Now I cannot break these blocks above because this is this wall. So that ceiling there is these blocks here. If I break that, I'm gonna, well, open the space there. So I cannot break this. I could replace it with plates, but it's not really gonna help, right? I cannot stick stuff in plates. And this one has to go all the way up because this is actually exposed externally. Now these blocks here could go further down, that's for sure. And I can go up to here. This is the structural pillar. In fact, I left that. I destroyed the earth here and was doing stuff on both sides. So everything for a while was kept standing by the pillars on the other side. So yeah, that has a lot of structural integrity with the steel at those points there, crossing all the way to the other side. But yeah, things. Now, so I got this to repair the turret was damaged. And version 109 was me repairing the repair on the turrets, and I botched that, so it actually broke the game. And 110, version 110 of the fixes fixed that. Place the magic box there on face, and it's now larger too because I'm placing the block anew, so it gets the extended space I added to it. Let's see. Small, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Big, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So almost twice the space. Stone goes here. Melting stone here as well. These are flagstone blocks. I don't want to have anything else to do with flagstone blocks. And yeah. Hit that. And I can destroy this. I really shouldn't be using the pickaxe in this particular case. So, banders, first aid. learning Elixir. Speaking of learning Elixir, do I have points? Oh yes, I have points. So 8 points, that means I can get to Archer 9, and then the next level brings me to 10. So that's level 9, that's level 10, that's level 10, 10, 10, 10. Action skills and schematics. So with one more point, I get Archer at the maximum level. And then I'm gonna put points melee, firearms, and archer to maximize the skills I want. Well, melee is pretty much there. I think I'm getting charging bow. I think I actually do that enough. I don't know if it's charging bow works, but it's there. I don't seem to have complaints about that. So here. Face. So this box has the ammunition that can be used right away. I have very little Molotovs. Let's make Molotovs before I forget. So it's gas, oil, glass jars, and cloth fragments. So let's get a bunch of cloth, a bunch of oil. I want to do glass jars for something else. 10. Rain barrel, so done that already. Again, cloth. I want 50, so I need more. I don't have any sparrows. Let's make 3 here. Can stop that for now. And resource glass jars 40, and then get the steel going again. I'm making a lot of steel. I want to make this is the basic elevator. I want to make the 3x3 so I can stop at 3 floors. Now there is one advantage to this elevator. You press E, it goes up. You press E, it goes down. And if you press E on the side, it calls the elevator. That's one key and very easy to press. The 3x3 requires pressing 2 keys. You have to press the floor you want and then press enter or press E. Yeah, I think in this version you press the number and then press E. The number has to be on the numeric keypad, so I have actually to take the hand out of the mouse to do that. So not something particularly fast. What else? Yeah. Here. Get the gas. 50 molly. There's something else. Let's finish this. space. And then place the ammo there. There. Yeah, not a lot of bullet tips. By not a lot of bullet tips, almost none. Okay. Now the gun safe, yeah, should move it back here, and I could like place it here, like place it back if I don't want to move this wall back. Um, there would be advantages to moving this wall back. Let me consider something here. So I can gain two spaces, right? The new wall would be here, right next to this pillar. So I'll gain this space and this space. That's two spaces on that side. Now here I have 1, 2, 3 spaces, so I'll get 5. And 5 is not enough for another one of these. Really want another big forge, advanced forge, whatever it's called. And of course here I don't really have the space for it. Maybe ammunition should be here on the gun safe here. No, because then there is no space for the thingy there. Now, gun safes, I need to make one. It is made here, and it requires springs, mechanical parts, and screws. Now, I'm hoping it's gonna have as much space as this one. I think they're going to be different blocks. They're going to look identical, but they're going to be different blocks. They might have different sizes. Okay, yeah. So I broke the wall here. I replaced the roof with half blocks. Those are full blocks. I replaced with half blocks. And then those blocks here were half blocks, so I replaced them with full blocks. But I also realized that there are two spaces here, and yeah, I have to move that thing. There are two spaces here, and there are three spaces here. So it's not symmetrical. The door is very much offside. Yeah, I'll have to count. It's actually even numbered, so the door would really have to be too wide to fit the thing. So what I was thinking is I might move this wall here and leave it two spaces. Two spaces isn't bad. I kind of like three spaces better, but I cannot move this wall further back. So I think this might be good enough. No? Damn it. Two spaces might be space enough for me. And then I can move this wall here. I get two spaces and it becomes symmetrical. Now the other thing, of course, is here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks before the porch. 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks before the porch. So the porch is very much off center. And is 5 wide. So 3 plus 5, 8 plus 6, 14. It's even numbered. Now, if I make the porch wider, 6 wide, then I need 4 blocks on each side. as spacing. So this part of the porch I would break, and then I have 4 spaces there, and I'll extend this side 2 blocks, and then there are 4 blocks here. Now if you look here, there is this small problem of the entrance, that entrance becoming off center as well, because the porch will start here and end here. Now I don't mind necessarily things being off center, but the center would then become these 2 blocks here. I could change things there. There's some issues there I was dealing with anyway. See, I have double walls here because the zombies kept beating on them, but that's before I made the whole ditch. So I don't need double walls. And if I don't need double walls, I can get this to go 1 block to that side, just like it is here. So what is the problem with that? Is that wall up there at the moment is fully supported, and in fact it's providing support here. That might be why it did not collapse. See, that's iron, so that gives a lot of structural integrity to these blocks. So turn on the debug menu here, shows stability. You see, this wall is fully supported, whereas that wall there is not. So it becomes lighter in color. And this wall on this side is also fully supported, except that block, which is where I moved the entrance back. And this wall is not fully supported. So there's a lot of weight that is being carried by the walls on this side, on that side. And if I remove it, if I move the wall here, and if I move the wall on the back, that changes, right? Let's turn this off. It might be worth doing, perhaps. If the entrance is here instead of here, then I can move these guys. Can move these guys here, as a matter of fact, which is where the new porch would start. No, I could not. Yeah, there is a decent thing to consider here. I can always move this guy further here. Yeah. I have to remake this wedge thing. That's basically the only thing remaining of the base at this point. Right. But moving this wall back also puts a wall on this, puts a walkway on this side of the elevator, and that I like as well. So there's this to consider. Now, where was I? ammunition there. And the gun safe should be ready. So the gun safe goes there and seems to be the same space. Even in the multiplayer game where I have a ton of weapon parts because there's a ton of people gathering them, I just don't have the guns. Like 2 pistols, Rust AK, I have only one of the parts. Well, I have 3 of it, but only one. Shotgun. Could make another MP5, another SMG. Like both. I'm gonna make one of each. I truly like both of them. Then the spas. It's almost there, it's only one part left. But again, Magnum, 911. I really wish I could use this gun. I think it would be a pretty nice pistol to use in the game. Particularly wish I would use this on multiplayer, where I'm using a pistol and the pistol just doesn't have damage. More AK parts. Desert Eagle would also be a nice one to have. Don't really care for that one. Fall. Hunting rifle. The club. M16. Mac 10. So maybe what I should do is go today to the post office. I think post office it's fast. Done. As long as you remember to get the weapons and the ammunition before her night, right? Last her night was a bit of a problem. I don't know why there are mods here. And the gun safe. There are these kinds of mods, okay. Now I can break this. So I have to break this as well. At least to get to this corner, right? Now this guy is only 2 deep. So if I get 2 spaces in this direction, I wonder if I could fit it here, for example, and move storage around. Well, someone has a suggestion for this. Like moving some pipes here. Looking at it, I don't think it would work because the pipe would go all the way here and that would be low for me. And it wouldn't really... You see how this section here is full blocks instead of half blocks, which is something I do not like at all. I like my half block ceiling, very high ceiling. And then again, this on this side is... Yeah, I don't know. Suppose it's something that could be argued. Now, yeah, let's get the paintbrush. So what I would do would be those metal ducts you see on top of buildings. It's just this. They are normal blocks with one of these two patterns here. You get some paint. So, for example, here, see that or the other one. So that's what you see on top of the building. It's just normal blocks with this pattern there. And it sounds like the screamer is now on the walkway. I think she will go for the walkway. Ah, I cannot reach that. Maybe yeah, a little bit from the side, but still in the middle to reach. Yeah, she's in the walkway. That's strange. I thought she would go beat on the wall, right, like everyone else. Well, I could go mine that screamer. But those zombies are tough. I'm due a roaming horde. And this episode is due over as well. To be entirely honest. Yeah. As for the floor, I think plain concrete is nicest. Even if I use bricks or flagstone. Ugh. I mean, it was cheap, right? Cheap-ish, sort of. Though, then I have to reach back. A screamer should be killed by the dart traps when she get there. There. I wanted that electric fence there as well. Problem is that, yeah, the dart trap would hit the electric fence, and it's a hard setup. It's not easy. It's a hard. So what does that look like? That looks fine. Then maybe use the paint roller. So if you aim at the center of 4 blocks, that's 4 blocks all around. And then we go back here. Cannot reach that block. Here's one. I wonder if I can paint. No. The roof, I don't know. What is this pattern here? What is it? The one I have presently selected. It's the garage door? No, it's not the garage door. Interesting that the garage door is painted. No, it's this. Wood ceiling. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Now, wood crown oak. Now, have these options for ceiling, the drop ceiling, not drop ceiling, drop ceiling, and drywall white ceiling, and then this wood ceiling. I'm undecided really. So, I don't know, maybe move a little bit here now. Maybe. This guy I hate, it's so... occupies so much space. Now if I leave everything here and change, I could move it here to this corner. This 4x4. And then move some stuff back here. Might be the sound of the roaming horn. Roaming horde of dogs destroying my stuff. Even my water they're destroying. Bastards. No. Copy rotation here. Go around, you stupid mutts. Not even going to harvest you. The other dog is deep inside the lake. So that was the roaming horde. No, that is the roaming horde. Yeah, that was the roaming horde indeed. The fast elements of it. And you can watch on the... You can watch here in the corner the buff effects for the stay alive. Like a little stunned guy. 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits. 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits. There you go, 5 points. I don't remember ever seeing a hungry zombie that is have the rage thing. I usually see these guys and some of the male zombies. None of the female zombies, curiously enough. Let's get these guys here. That's too long. Range is too long for that one. Oh, quest, interesting. It's vulnerable discharge, that's fine. Let's fight soldiers, and it's gonna give me a location to do so. Now, the iron tools I can scrap right away. Still, let's put it on. Place back at the base. Can of pears, I really don't care for it. They had food poisoning and no recipes. Just scrap it. Can of sham, same thing. This, that's a lot. Food and more is fine. I'm not gonna harvest any one of these. Not the dogs, not the birds. What's that thing there? Probably a cacti. And all these zombies will go through right through my my farm because they will take the same path the dogs did. In fact, I lost some lights here. I had lights all for all blocks. So if there are lights missing, and here as well, and I missed one of the vineyards, so yeah, they got to it. I really need to close this off on this other direction. That is so freaking annoying. So annoying. I don't remember how many blocks this is. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. Oh, yeah, there is an easier way to count this. Count the water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Right. So gonna round to 15 times 3, that's 45. Is there any other birds? I don't think there were enough vultures. Yeah. Now, one thing I can do is, if I move this wall back, place pillars scoring the wall above. Not everywhere, but I can place some of them. Just like there's a pillar here, which is not actually used for anything. I could place one on each side of the double wide door. That would come here, about here. Yeah, that would work, I think. Yeah, I think I am going to expand the whole thing to be wider. But I'm gonna leave that for another. I don't think it's even going to be another episode. It's just going to be off camera. So that's 5 points I have now, which gives me enough to get to Arch level 10, which will allow me to go all the way to Archer 10 here. And then I'm gonna start picking other skills. One thing I'm thinking of doing, and this all might get interrupted by Ravenhearst 5.2, which am interested in switching to, is getting the sorcery mod. Now that I have all my skills, you know, so not wasting, instead of just picking stuff that I do not want. Oh, she's still alive. They're all going for where the screamer saw me. Yeah. So I'm gonna make this too deep because I don't want to this waste of spikes. I'm gonna keep it 3 wide and just make can it be too deep after the first one? No, because then they cannot jump on the next. Yeah, it has to be 1 deep all the way except the last one. The last one then becomes too deep, which forces them to go back instead of going forward. But I'm gonna do all of that off camera. And this is gonna be all for today, and I'm gonna make a lot of the bricks. I'm gonna need a lot more of these. So for today, guys, I hope you enjoyed and thank you for watching.